So, like I was saying, there are convention way or the standard practice why naming your variables. Yeah, the first uh, uh, part is uh, you can start your variable with a letter or an underscore. You can also start with a number. Now, what do we mean? Here's example of what we are talking about. Now, like the name here, the other time we are discussing, you can start with underscore, perhaps underscore, let's say school address, underscore, you can use underscore in your naming pattern. We also learn that you can use what's it called? You can use, let's check, you can not start with a number. For example, let's say variable one, you can say variable one, right, equal whatever, but you cannot say one variable equal, let's say two. You can see this is highlighted as red. This is highlighted as red as well because it's a string and it should be in a quote. Perhaps I did not mention that when you are declaring a string, you cannot write a singular a sentence or um, alphabet outside a quote. It's either you make use of single quotes. Uh, let's see an example. You can make use of a single quote like this, or a double quote. A double quote. There are instances we make use of single quote and instances we make use of single quote. For example, I may decide to write boys boys attitude, but I cannot uh, enclose. I cannot make use of a single quote inside a single quote. What do I mean? Boys, you can see attitude. You can see that cannot work. So when you are making use of double quotes, you can use a single quote inside a double quote, and you can use a double quote inside a single quote, depending on your use case. So for now, let's maintain as double quote, maintain double quote, double quote. So like that. So like we are saying, in a naming convention, you can use underscore, you can start with underscore or use underscore within your variable name, but you cannot start a variable name with a number. That's another convention you need to know. Also, you can only use letters, numbers, and underscores. You cannot use special characters such as at. Let's see that in action. I want to write at email as my variable name. The web stack, the web, the web stack, Gmail. Can see this throws an error, right? That throws an error. So you cannot use at or any other special character such as exclamation mark, plus sign, and other variable or other special character as a variable names. So uh, also they are case sensitive. I've declared an example here. The age here is different from age here. You can see that there is a upper case of the age here. All these, the first age, all are lower case. The other one, all are upper case. The other one had upper case within. All of these variables are different. Okay, let's have an example of that. Let's say print h h. I want to change. Let me change. Let me change. Yeah. So print h. Let's copy this. Let's copy this. Then print h. Print h. Then print h. Print h. Then print h. So I expected all of these to. So I did in Python. So when you want to run this program, right? When you want to run this program, when you want to run this program, you may have the option of current file, or it may ask you to choose a file. But in this, you want to run this current dot lesson one dot py. So you click on this play button. So it should show you a terminal. So you can see the first age is 20, the second one is 10, the second one is 50, the second one is 20. Let's change this to 150. So let's play again. So you can see it's displaying 150. So what this is telling us invariably is that variable names are case sensitive. So while you are declaring your variable, you should be careful and be sure of how you declare them and how you will reference them. So this is referencing. We reference these variables like we define variable for you in the earlier section of this guide that a variable is like a container to hold some of your items for later referencing. So this printing, like we want to put the value in this, is like referencing those variables. We can do so many things with these variables and their data type, but when we get there, we'll be looking at that together. However, just an example, you should not bother yourself about print statement now. I'm just using that as an example. So, like the naming convention, you can start with an underscore. You can start with an underscore. You cannot start with a number. Use only letters, numbers, and underscore. Special characters like this are not allowed. One more thing, the hash sign, which is this, is used for commenting. Now, let me practice that for you. Yeah, let me practice that for you. Yeah, I want to comment out the. I want to comment out the. So I'm commenting this. So I expect 10 to be skipped from this statement that will be upload shortly. So let's test. You can see there's no 10 there. Any longer. So what the hash sign is used for is to escape a block of line from being carried out or being acted upon. So it is generally used for commenting out lines of code or to write a comment. So comment is like giving a short information about your code. Perhaps as a developer, when you're having a large chunks of code, files, functions, and all of that, you need to write, to learn how to use comment so that when another developer pick up your project, they can easily work around with it. And as well, you, while coming back to your project after some months or years, your comment will guide you through to tell you while you're writing that code, your actual state of mind and what you intend to do with that particular code line. And also, another important thing you need to consider about commenting is you do not need to start writing a detailed story about a particular code that you are writing about. It is usually brief and straight to the point. For example, print variables. I do not need to start writing. I don't need to start writing in this line of code. I have to print blah 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 blah. No, that is not the conventional way. Though you can have something like a single line like this, but you should not have a storyline instead of a comment line. Do you get the logic there? So that's that for naming convention. So the last part which we need to really look at is use meaningful words. Use meaningful names. The variable name should be descriptive. Make the code easier to understand. That is, maybe I want to save a variable. Uh, let's say uh, student data. Let's say students data. Student data one. Let me say student data one. Student data one or one, whatsoever the case is. One. Let's say a day webs. Then students data to, let's see, webs technologies. See, so your variable name must be descriptive. So while you are seeing or reading through, because you are still going to write a chunk of lines of code, so you should be able to know what that variable is doing instead of naming your variable unreasonable or unidentifiable names, such as people write something as AB equal, people write ZZXY, because these are not proper way of naming a variable. Your variable name must be descriptive enough. I think you get that. So, looking back to what we discussed about variable and basic syntax that you need to know. So, we will be in the next tutorial. We'll be touching some important aspects. So, watch out for other guides. So kindly click on the notification button, click to subscribe, share, and like this video for others to learn from what you are gaining. So, the other time we meet, stay cool. Thank you.